You're watching Newsnight 13.
Welcome back. A Grand Bahama man is feared missing at sea. Tonight, his mother is appealing to both the police and members of the public to help them find out what happened to their loved one. Shakara Russell has the story.
Family members are expressing grave concern over the whereabouts of 29-year-old Witzel Marcus Lang, who has not been seen or heard from since Friday. His mother, Deborah Lang, says she is puzzled as to what could have happened to her son.
I know something had to be wrong. Just my stomach just felt, something is wrong. Because that's not him. That's not him. He always checks on us. Definitely. And all my persons at church, everybody's praying with me.
Lang says she last spoke with Witzel on Thursday and was not aware of the planned boat trip.
To my understanding, he went out on a boat. He's supposed to take a boat over to Fort Pierce or Florida somewhere. And that's all I know. I don't know about the boat. I don't know what it looked like. I don't know who he went with. I don't know. I only learned he was away when they called me and asked me if I know that Basra is looking for him and the U.S. Coast Guard is looking for him. That's how I learned that he wasn't on the island.
Now, she says she has spoken to local authorities and is continuing to search for any information that will lead to Marcus's whereabouts.
I have contacted a few of his family members, and one or two persons, they have little information and they're giving it into the police. They're very cooperative.
Again, if you have any information on the whereabouts of Witzel Marcus Lang, you are asked to call 373-9270 or cell number 439-1655 or contact the nearest police station. Shakara Russell, ZNS News.
Thanks, Shakara. In other news, the ban on the export of scrap metal has been extended for an additional 2 weeks. The Cabinet Office has announced that the extension will remain in place until November 11th. That's when the new law to regulate export of scrap metal is expected to come into force. The Pawnbrokers and Second-Hand Dealers Act 2011 requires all businesses dealing with the export of scrap metal, including gold, to be licensed under the Business License Act. Under the new law, business owners or dealers engaged in the export of scrap metal will have to verify the identity of customers and maintain records of all transactions. Scrap metal export businesses will also be subject to monitoring by a police designated administrator. Additionally, the law vests the police with a range of powers of entry for production of records and for the seizure and forfeiture of articles included in the inventories of scrap metal business places. The law prohibits a pawnbroker or second-hand dealer from dealing or trading in firearms or any other prohibited and or illegal substances. A local businessman is exploring a concept that he hopes will help to fuel the small business sector. While it isn't a new idea for him, it is a leap of faith, and he hopes others will benefit from this investment. Megan Shepard has the story.
After brainstorming with a few friends, one local businessman says he decided to do his part to help the economy and assist those who are unemployed. Owner Fred Black is opening a new mini mall of 17 shops where small business persons can have the opportunity to venture out into the world of entrepreneurship.
I realized that with people losing their jobs and all of that, we have to be creative. And my idea was, well, what can I do to help the local people? And being a businessman for some years, I decided, well, listen, let me do this and open some stores that I could reach the young business person who may be interested in doing some business so they could get an experience.
Black says so far the community has been very responsive to his new business idea. Shop owners will have full design control of the 8 by 6 foot shops, which he says will be a comfortable size for the small business. The mall will feature shops which offers men's and women's clothing, cabinetry, handbags, costume jewelry, and a wide array of other items.
And just by word of mouth, people, I have friends who went out and look at what I have done and shared it with the locals here. And right now, I am completely booked out and don't have sufficient space. I have people on a waiting list.
Black says he hopes to give persons some experience in the business world, and hopefully this is just a starting point for them to do even greater things. He adds that this may be the springboard for him as well to develop an even bigger shopping mall.
Well, this year could be like a pilot plan for me, and you never know what the future will. I may just expand to something even larger than this, according to how things go around here.
The grand opening is set for November 12th. Megan Shepard, ZNS News.
History was made yesterday as the Royal Bahamas Police Force launched its cadet program on Grand Bahama. Some 30 students from all of the senior high schools on the island have enrolled in the program. The officer in charge of Grand Bahama, Acting Assistant Commissioner of Police Emerick Seymour, officially welcomed the youngsters to the organization.
Answer the call, and as such I wish to commend and congratulate you for stepping forward and making such a bold and profound statement. In doing so, you have come forward at a critical time in our country when we are challenged with crime and elements of criminality all too often. It is our fervent hope and trust, therefore, that at the completion of this program, all of you, once you're successful, and I have every reason to believe that you will be, will see the need and wisdom in enlisting in the Royal Bahamas Police Force to be of further service to your country.
Now, the police cadet program has been in the making for quite some time on Grand Bahama, and the local police chief told the students that he is pleased that they have signed up to take advantage of its many benefits. The program was established in the Bahamas in 1969 to serve as a feeder system for the wider police force.
During the program, you will be taught by lecturers, teachers, both inside and outside of the organization. I implore you, therefore, to pay strict attention and learn as much as you can, because it is all being done for your benefit and enhancement. Discipline will be the order of the day. Your behavior now, from now on, has to be above reproach at all times. Not only when you come to classes at the police college, but everywhere you go. And that's the discipline I alluded to earlier.
Tonight's Facebook story of the night was brought to you by Sky Bahamas.
Okay, Ricardo, now to our Facebook question of the night. What accounts for the apparent lack of respect for unions in the country? Lorena Del Mundo Cherez says the history of major scandals involving the special interests of executive members would make anyone uneasy when it comes to unions. Also, foreign employers may also feel threatened by the demands sometimes made by union leaders, which can threaten the tenure of the company in the Bahamas. And there you have it.
Very well said, and she's correct. I have my issues with unions right now, so I'm not even going to answer nothing else on that.
Thank you very much. That's going to wrap things up for us here at Newsnight 13. On behalf of the entire ZNS News team,
I'm Ricardo.
I'm Shashina. Good evening.